Hello, my name is Reed Summers, and I'd like to invite you to a 4-week course that I will be offering on decoding alien intent. During these 4 weeks, I'll be providing a process and a framework that you can use in your own assessment of the UFO phenomenon and the visitation by non-human intelligence in our world. And then I'm going to use that process and framework with you to analyze 3 aspects of the phenomenon: the potential motive, intent, and involvement of these non-human intelligences in our world. I'm offering this course because I feel there's a major problem in ufology. The field of ufology is stuck, and the effort for public disclosure is going to get very messy. We are still entertaining all of the possibilities when we really need to be moving beyond that to consider and focus upon more logical probabilities and use the evidence we already have after 80 years of inquiry and study to make a starting assessment of the phenomenon that can then shape and focus the next stages of this inquiry. The crux of the matter is really our inability to make a starting assessment of who these beings most likely are, why they most likely came, and what they are most likely doing in our world. We have an 80-year record of NHI behavior and activity to consider to make that starting assessment, which is not a conclusion, which we can then iterate based on new evidence and actually use to focus the effort to collect new evidence in more intelligent ways. In lecture number 1, I'll be providing a high-level overview of these 80 years of alien activity in our world. In lecture 2, I'll be analyzing the probable intent, motive, and involvement of these entities in our world across those many decades. In the 3rd lecture, I'll be then turning to focus on disclosure and to consider what the implication for these potential alien agendas are as the global public becomes suddenly aware that we are being visited by other forms of intelligent life. And then lastly, I'll take my focus off of them and put it on us and consider the work we have to do here on the ground to establish our human sovereignty, to articulate our sovereign domain, and to begin to consider what our human rules of engagement should be for safe and consensual contact with non-human intelligence. Really, my hope in this course is to provide a real cognitive process with which we can think through the phenomenon and come to solid assessments about what it most likely is, again, based on probabilities. I'm also going to explore 8 capabilities that we have for making that assessment and begin to apply those with you to the phenomenon that we can see. And then finally, I'm going to consider this issue of human sovereignty, which, regardless of the non-human intelligence and their intent and our inability to fully know that intent, we still have before us the task of establishing our human place in the larger exopolitical environment in which our world exists. So there's necessary work to do on the ground, irregardless of the intent of non-human intelligence, and it's important to start thinking about that. So in summary, I hope you can join me for this 4-week course. This is essentially about where to start, not where to end up. It's about how to think, not what to think. And in this course, I hope to give you certain key aspects of the phenomenon for you to consider as you think through this and come to your own starting assessment of what this visitation is and what it means for the human species. And then also for me, I look forward to simply providing a wealth of my own insight and wisdom gained after many, many decades of focusing on this phenomenon and having this really be at the center of my life and my family's life the whole way. So, hope you can join me. Thank you.